Mr. Zenny coming at you live here with my first YouTube video, and it's going to be a SpellBreak aim settings video. If you want to learn how to hit shots like me, then please stick around, stay tuned, and I'll show you how to make it work. Because it's a lot harder to kill PC players than people think. And this game does have a lot of movement. So if you want to be successful, then stick around till the end of the video. Thanks. And make sure you get your practice in. Subscribe to my Twitch. All that good stuff.
Again. Yeah, he does.
Crazy one. Nice.
Who's this guy?
Craig. Mr. Zenny here with my first YouTube video, and it's going to be a SpellBreak controller settings and aiming tutorial. I know y'all are tired of getting y'all heads clicked by the PC players and not standing a chance unless you use any gauntlet except for stone. So if you like what you see here and want to support my stream where I play a variety of games, even though I'm on that SpellBreak grind right now, then drop a like on the video and check me out on Twitch at Mr. Zenny. Let's get to it. So right now I've got default settings, and I'm gonna keep default settings so that way you guys can see exactly what's changing what. So your toggle crouch, this is just if you want to crouch, like just tap the button, or if you want it to you have to hold it. Personally, I keep it on just tap, so I turn toggle crouch on, but that's just my opinion. So that's all that is. This is me just tapping it, I'm not holding it. Alright, next we have the danger ping mode. Personally, I put mine on double press. That just means you double press your L3 button, and when you do that, it pings, obviously. So next we have your horizontal look speed. Actually, before you do anything, play on sorcery swap B. This is the ideal way to play. This is like the only way you could play with a controller. Well, not the only way. You can obviously play the default way, but this is the much better way. This is the, what was that thing in Fortnite? I don't know. I don't play that shit. But this way, it's like you aim. You don't have to pick your hands up off of your right thumbstick when you aim and jump, because you're jumping with L1 instead of X. So it's kind of like a bumper jumper type thing. So that way you can aim while you jump. It's definitely ideal because your runes are going to be bound to X instead of circle like with the default. Honestly, it's much better this way, 100%. Jumping with L1 is the way to go. Sorcery swap B, trust me. Back to this. Your horizontal look speed, that's just your left right look speed, you know. Simple. Let me turn this up for you real quick. You saw it was at 30. This is 70. Boom. Alright, your vertical look speed, same thing, but up and down. You know. You got your zoom speed. What this is strictly for the frost bow, okay? So this is how fast you want to be zoomed in while using that one bow. Your invert X, how fast you want to be looking while you're using that one bow. Your invert X, that just flips your looking left and right, and then your invert Y flips your looking up and down. I don't know why people do that. Like it's just opposite for some reason. Levitation mode, it starts off on hold, but trust me, putting it on none, this is the best way. This is what's going to make it feel fluent to you. I say that because when you tap L1, it's just going to jump. Okay, you barely hold it, it's going to do your double jump. This double jump is really important. This is like a great way to traverse the map while using low cost mana, as you can see, and you're moving quickly while doing it. If you put it on tap or hold, it's not going to be nearly as fluent. Just trust me on this one. Alright, going into the crazy things. Keep your aim assist on. You're using a controller. You don't want to fight somebody with a mouse and you don't have aim assist. They're going to dog you 100% of the time. But that's not the point right now. Your look dead zone percent. That's on your right thumbstick, how far outwards you have to move it until you start to see some sensitivity. If you put this all the way down, put this on 5, that means you can barely move your thumbstick. And this is me barely moving it, and it's gonna start moving. Okay, you put that thing on, let's say you put it on like 80, just a crazy example. You put it on 80, 70. You're gonna have to move your thumbstick out really far until you start to see some movement. This is my thumbstick. See, I have to move it very far out until I start to see some movement. Well, you can't see, but trust me, you can recreate this yourself. I'm trying to explain it as well as possible. Please leave any comments on the bottom of the video. Okay, then we have the look sweep dead zone. I honestly have no idea what this is. This is the only setting I can't tell you what it is. I've tested all this stuff so much, and I can't even explain what that is. So I just put it down at 0 so it doesn't mess with anything. You can leave it at 60 if you want, but I play with mine at 0 personally. Your movement dead zone, that's going to be the same thing as your look dead zone up here, but it's going to be for your left thumbstick. You'd want that down because you want to move as soon as you move your left thumbstick. You don't want to have to mash it all the way out before you start moving, you know. And I'd say the same thing for your dead zone too, unless you just want to flick it really hard, like if you're a Hanzo main or something. Your look boost threshold. Okay, this is the crazy stuff. This is how far out you have to push your right thumbstick until a boost kicks in. The boost is going to be these two boosts right here, horizontal and vertical. Okay, so if you move your right thumbstick 95, well, it starts off at 90 originally. So okay, you move your right thumbstick 90% out. If this is at 100, it's not going to do anything. 100 is neutral, okay? It's not going to make your thing go any faster. You see this? This is me pushing my right thumbstick 90% out. Okay, it's not going to go any faster. But if I put this at 200 for my horizontal, check this out. You see how much faster that is? And that 200% boost isn't going to kick in until my thumbstick reaches 90%. 90% to the right. You see that? Or 90% horizontal, I mean, not to the right specifically. So a good thing with this is good for your wind gauntlet, because if you like doing your flicks, you can really move this down, and then if you move this up, so that way your boost kicks in at 80%, when you're making the minute moves, it's not gonna, you know, you're not gonna be moving that far away. But when your boost kicks in, it's gonna be moving like a lot more, you know. Same thing for your vertical, obviously, just not where to go. Same thing for your vertical, same thing as horizontal. But default, this is at 90. Your look boost ramp time, what this does, this is how long it takes for that boost to kick in. These prior boosts above. How long until you want these boosts to kick in? What I mean is, so I got my thumbstick 95% out. Okay, you saw what happened last time we put it on 200, right? It just, what's it called? You see how it's gradually getting faster? That's because I have it on 0.6. If I put this at 0.1, it's gonna get faster immediately. Okay. And same thing for if you point it at, and if I put it at like 3 or 4, it's going to take a long time until that boost starts to kick in. You see? You see how it starts off slow and then speeds up? I can show you a more extreme example. Just for the sake of the video, I'll show you an extreme example just in case you couldn't see that. What I'm gonna do is put this on 8, and I'm gonna raise my sensitivity also, so that way you can just see what I'm talking about. You see how it gradually gets faster? I'm able to do like a full spin and a half before it starts picking up speed. Okay, finally, we're going to talk about this look curve. This look input curve, I prefer, it's just preference, but in this game, your diagonal sensitivity is going to be the same as your horizontal or vertical. Like, it's going to count as your vertical sensitivity, your horizontal. What I'm trying to say is your vertical this linear right here, this counts as your, this look input curve. The input curve itself is like the up, down, left, right. So linear, what that's going to do is keep your vertical and horizontal. It's going to take your vertical sensitivity even if you're moving horizontal. So like if you want to go diagonal, that's what I mean. If you want to move diagonal, it's going to take into account your vertical sensitivity. But if you put this on exponential, you get to change your diagonal sensitivity specifically. What I mean is, let me put this on 4 so you can see. Okay, you see my up? You see my up-down sensitivity? Pretty normal. You see my left-right? Pretty normal. Now look how slow that diagonal is. You see that? That's just an extreme example for anybody who wants their diagonal sensitivity changed for any reason. Alright, and that's about it. If you like the content you see, please subscribe to my Twitch, and I'm going to be dropping more YouTube videos and clips. Make sure you wrap it up, and if your girlfriend got her OnlyFans, you're not her only man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.